Welcome to Used Reviews. Today, I'll be unboxing the new Dyson Upright Vacuum Cleaner. I will also be comparing it to my G-Tech cleaner, which I really like due to the ease of use. Although G-Tech is simple to use, it does have some limitations. From this demonstration, you can see how easily I can carry and move the G-Tech. Doing basic hoovering is fine. The G-Tech is very lightweight, making it easy to use and to clean with, also easy to maintain. As per demonstration, emptying the rubbish is simple, but it has to be done frequently due to the capacity. Cleaning with G-Tech is effortless, especially on hard surfaces, but on carpet it does the job. I also have the G-Tech handheld version and I am not sure of the design, and it is a bit difficult to use. The suction on both G-Tech, I feel, is not enough. Don't get me wrong, it is more than adequate. Dyson, from the product description, has a lot to offer and I will be testing them. As for this Dyson, it is the top-of-the-range Dyson Ball Upright Animal Complete, originally priced at £429.99. Fortunately for me, I managed to pick it up on sale for £297. Now let's fast forward the Dyson unboxing to show you all the items it comes with. Let's take a good look at this Dyson. Now that it is plugged in, we can test few things out. You can really tell the difference in weight between the G-Tech and this Dyson. The Dyson is all singing and dancing with all the attachments and the look, but does it perform any better? The main reason I opted for this Dyson is, first of all, it's the latest, and it has the detachable handheld part to hoover stairs, and with all the attachments we can make good use of it. I do find it a bit fiddly when it comes to using the handheld attachments. This is when I realized the biggest issue with the Dyson when using the hose. Trying to stretch the hose when it's turned on is hard work. I am not sure if it was due to the hose being new and there was no give to it. I soon realized it wasn't the hose. It was actually the suction that kept pulling the hose back, making it very hard to move forward. Having to use extra strength just to keep the hose long was tiresome. I had to try it a few times just to understand why this was happening. When the Dyson is turned off, the hose was manageable, but as soon as it's turned on, the hose became hard to pull. Nothing like the photos I've seen on the Dyson site showing the stairs and high windows being hoovered by a stretched hose. It looks easy in the photos. In reality, I was really struggling to keep the hose pulled. It was like Tug of War. I was playing with the Dyson upright vacuum. In this instance, I was really disappointed and wasn't sure what to do. I was trying it many different ways to make it easy, but I just couldn't get over the fact that I made hoovering harder with the hose out. Later I tried just using the other tools, and that didn't solve the problem. As you can see, the tug of war continued for a while. As mentioned, I thought it could be the long arm bit causing this issue, which you will see later wasn't. You may not see it, but I really struggled to keep the hose pulled as it constantly wanted to go back due to suction. Now I get to test other attachments to see if the issue continues. When turned on, the issue of tug of war was not manageable at all. I was surprised to see the issue continuing. Well, I must say it was fun trying to weight lift with the Dyson hose. That might be a good use for it. If you can imagine hoovering the stairs with this attachment, I would say it will be difficult trying to keep the hose pulled. Same could be said when hoovering a car and anywhere where you have to pull the hose to the maximum to reach places where the upright attachment cannot be used. Let's quickly try out a few more attachments and see how it is before we go into using the actual floor attachment on the Dyson upright vacuum cleaner. I am going to set it all up for using the main unit. The engineering design is interesting, but I would also say unnecessarily complicated. The more I use it, the more I find my old Dyson from 10 years ago was easier. Even go as far as to say the new Henry Hoover is value for money and better. This Dyson has 3 different settings for the large floor head. They are made for thick pile carpet, medium pile carpet, and short pile carpet. Make sure to read the instructions to get the best out of hoovering. When you grip the handle and push down, I do like how it automatically clicks into position, ready for the usual push and pull movements. The 2 small round wheels lift up and it's all set to go. But this also brings up one slight issue. Once it's in that position, all the weight, apart from the motor, falls onto your hand to hold and maneuver. This was unexpected, especially compared to the G-Tech. I know I'm comparing apples and pears, but with Dyson being Dyson and costing this much, I was expecting a more ingenious design to make the handling feel lighter. I noticed I had it on the wrong setting, and that made it harder to maneuver, so I had to change it. Let's see how the first setting works on the thick rug. The middle setting seems to be the right setting for this rug. The last setting should be much better for this rug. You really have to change the setting for different floors. You may have also noticed the noise. It's not quite as other vacuum cleaners. The 2 buttons on the top, one is for power and the other is to rotate the brush in the head. There's a reason you may need to stop the brush from turning. Dyson does state that when hoovering hard surfaces, you should turn the brush off. You have to realize it's not that light when you lift the Dyson. Let's try this out on the hard floor. For this, the brush has to be turned off and the vacuum set to the hard floor setting. Even though Dyson claims it's a multi-floor cleaner, it doesn't switch automatically, and that would have been a genuinely useful feature for a top-of-the-range Dyson. I'm trying it out with the brush on, and also with different settings, to see if I notice any difference. It does look like I can't feel any difference. Now let's take a look at how much rubbish it picked up in this short time. It was supposed to be simple to open the rubbish compartment. I just hope this mechanism lasts. Let's try doing some more cleaning to see if this is something I want to keep or get a refund on. Although it looks easy using the hose, I can assure you that trying to extend it is not an easy task because of the Dyson's suction. I've now come to my conclusion. Yes, there are some good things that come with buying a Dyson, but I keep coming back to what I've said before. It feels like a tug of war. The extended hose was one of the main reasons I bought this, and it has let me down. Because of that, I have to say I'll be asking for a refund.